Fox 61 News at 6 starts now.
You don't need us to tell you it's cold outside. You can just feel it for yourself. There's a big difference between the actual temperature and how the wind affects things. And by the looks of it, the wind chill is definitely down there. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. It's like the limbo. How low can you go, right? We just heard from Bridgeport Public Schools a few minutes ago. The district is actually delaying school by 2 hours tomorrow because of how cold it is. Here's meteorologist Sam Samperi. Sam, is that surprising to you about what's expected in the morning?
No, actually not in this kind of a winter pattern, Sarah. It's just been a long time. And yeah, 50, 60 years ago, there was a couple of decades where we were getting a lot more of these kind of winters, but our climate has warmed a few degrees since 1970. So yes, it's been about 10 years since we've had this kind of a winter. So we're just not used to it. Wind chill 20 below zero, 7 p.m. tonight until tomorrow morning at 11. I won't be too surprised, let's put it this way, if the Weather Service extends that till Saturday morning. Temperatures right now, 17 Windsor locks, 20 in Hartford, 24 in New Haven. We have the wind basically out of the west, 5 to 15. So the wind chill not too bad yet. There's a front up to the north. Temperatures down below zero. Here comes that front. In the next couple of hours, the winds are going to pick up. 0, 5 below. And then for tomorrow, look for sunshine with high temperatures reaching 15 to 20. We'll talk about the wind chill for tomorrow afternoon and Saturday. And what about that storm on Sunday? I'll have details coming up in a few minutes, guys.
All right, Sam, thank you. Well, the kids might have gotten a day or two off school. Parents might be able to work from home, but firefighters have even more work to do now as a result of this snowstorm. Fox 61's Tim Lateau is live in Manchester now with more on how the firefighters are still dealing with the aftermath of the storm. Tim?
They certainly are, Brent. These snow mounds are massive. Some are even more than 6 feet tall. And underneath some of these piles are fire hydrants. I spent part of the day with firefighters, and they spent a lot of time clearing out the snow around these fire hydrants. But now they're asking for your help, too.
To have a 1.5 feet of snow drop in one day is something that we haven't seen in a long time.
Sidewalks in Manchester are now underneath several feet of snow, so now the town's firefighters are on patrol to uncover buried fire hydrants. The hardest part is finding the hydrants. Even with a digital map that displays the address, the precise location of the hydrant isn't always clear.
We're especially busy this time of year because of the cold and post-storm cleanup, so as much help as we can get is appreciated.
A town ordinance requires property owners to uncover their hydrants with 3 feet clear on all sides. Firefighters say they're happy to help those who need it, but a busy week has put firefighters behind schedule, and it will still be several days before they can get to all the hydrants.
With the increased call volume post a storm like this, we've had trouble getting to the hydrants, so that's why we need the help from the people, the community members, to help with those hydrants.
It's the busiest time of year at the fire station. Firefighters have been dealing with more fires as a result of improperly heated homes and also a spike in medical calls from people cleaning up after the storm.
A lot of chest pain calls or worse. So the volume it goes up even with injuries, back injuries, slip and fall type calls. Unfortunately, we still have the occasional hand that goes into the snow blower.
The town has a customer service line that you can call if you're unable to clear the snow around your hydrants, because firefighters don't want an attempt to help them to turn into another emergency call.
There are some people that just can't. We do have a large population of elderly in town. We understand that it's, in fact, we'd prefer if they didn't do it because we don't want to go and assist them if they have a medical event for moving snow.
And Brent, the firefighters are asking snow removal companies not to bury the fire hydrants. They also say that property owners can put these tall reflective stakes on them as well, making them easier to find. Live in Manchester, Tim Lateau, Fox 61.
Thank you, Tim. Well, in Hartford, similar story here. For people, it's difficult to walk on the sidewalks and even drive around the city. Fox 61's Solene Aref shares how you can report any sidewalks that still haven't been cleared.
When I was out here talking with neighbors, a worker with 311 came by to check on a property that wasn't shoveled. They tell me anyone can call 311 to report a sidewalk covered in snow, and someone will come by to check out the issue. Property owners who don't clear their sidewalks face a fine of $99 a day until they remove the snow. With all the snow across Hartford, 311 employees are staying busy.
The snow has impacted a great deal.
We caught up with Nicole Nieves, whose last name actually means snow in Spanish. And while she loves her name, she doesn't love walking through mounds of it.
The snow removal is causing a lot of delays. However, people are not willing to at least help in the process.
She says she shoveled the area by her house, and now she needs everyone else who hasn't to do the same.
That right there is very hazard. People are constantly walking the roads. As of right now, I'm walking the roads as well. You have to have sturdy shoes.
Our camera captured multiple people walking on the roads where the sidewalks weren't cleared or cleared poorly.
It's a bit annoying, especially when I got to keep looking back to make sure I don't get hit by a car.
Jack Santiago says this whole thing is a mess. People are sharing the road with cars, and cars are having to watch out for people in their lanes. He says this can get really dangerous really fast.
Roads are a little bit thinner, like it's harder to get past each other and everything. And people walking in the street, like the sidewalk's not even really that, not done perfectly or good enough.
Now back to what you can do if you see an area that needs snow removal. You can call 311 or email them, but it's probably faster and easier with the app. Check this out. You can submit photos of the area and even share your complaint anonymously. Just search Hartford 311 in the App Store. In Hartford, Celine Air, Fox 61.
We reached out to the mayor's office to ask how they're removing the big snow piles, and we're still waiting to hear back.
Well, the probable cause hearing for a man charged in the death of Mimi Torres Garcia is now on hold. The judge said they need more time to determine whether the case against Jonathan Nanita can move forward. Fox 61's Alicia Hercules tells us the final arguments prosecutors and defense attorneys made in the hearing.
The defense says there's no evidence that Jonathan Nanita participated in the abuse, while the prosecution says that Nanita participated in a conspiracy to kidnap Mimi that eventually led to her death.
This defendant lived with Mimi Torres. He had access to Mimi Torres. His palm print was located on the exterior of the bin in which her body was stored and then dumped.
State's Attorney David Shannon says these facts alone prove there's enough evidence for Nanita to go to trial. He says Mimi was held inside the family home where no one would see her or talk to her, so she couldn't tell anyone about the abuse she was suffering.
Again, the state has produced sufficient evidence to show that Mimi was kidnapped. There was a conspiracy to kidnap Mimi, and in the course and furtherance of kidnapping Mimi, one of the participants caused the death of Mimi Torres.
He also says Nanita told inconsistent stories about Mimi's abuse and her death. The attorneys for Nanita say there's no evidence that Nanita participated in the abuse of the 11-year-old.
Carla Garcia had a duty to feed her daughter. Her failure to do so makes her responsible for her daughter's death. And in a case where the death is caused by the failure to act, a person who has a duty to act is the only one that can be held responsible.
Jana Hargrove, a DCF social worker, testified during the hearing. She said the department received an anonymous complaint in December 2024. When she met with Carla at the family home in Farmington last January, she was told Mimi was in Virginia with an aunt. She said she interviewed Nanita during this visit.
Did Mr. Nanita ever indicate to you that Jacqueline, the oldest daughter, was missing?
No.
Did he ever indicate to you that she was being physically abused?
No.
She said he told her he didn't live in the home but visited often to help with the children. During DCF's 2-month investigation, Hargrove asked to see Mimi multiple times but said she was given several excuses. She later got on a video call with someone she believed was Mimi but was in fact a 22-year-old woman. Hargrove also said Carla never told her she was being abused by Nanita.
Did she ever confide in you that Mr. Nanita was lording over her or controlling her every move?
No.
Okay. Did you see any evidence of that during your investigation?
I did not.
After hearing from witnesses and attorneys, the judge said he doesn't feel comfortable making a decision on the hearing so soon. The judge is expected to make a decision on the hearing in about 2 weeks. In Torrington, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.
And new here at 6. Berlin police say a car hit an ambulance today, which caused it to roll over on its side. This happened on Chamberlain Highway and Reservoir Road. Officials say one patient was in that ambulance. We're told its siren and lights were off at the time of the crash. Minor injuries were reported. It's unclear what caused it.
A Bridgeport man is accused of invading and robbing a Shelton home with a gun on Valentine's Day of last year. Police say Hipólito Rodriguez worked with another person to hold the homeowners at gunpoint while they took their valuables. Investigators say the car they used was reported stolen days earlier in Bridgeport in a similar incident. Detectives say they found most of the victim's items in a storage unit rented by one of Rodriguez's family members. He's being held on a $350,000 bond. Police say they expect to make more arrests in this case.
Well, caught on camera, a man was rescued from freezing water in Groton last night. The man's friend called 911 at 7:21 and said his friend was losing feeling in his limbs, and he was in the Spicers Marina. We're told the man was in the water for about 15 minutes. The friend helped keep his head above water until help arrived. First responders moved large chunks of ice so rescuers could get him out. Police say the man is expected to be okay. Officials say the friend told them he dropped the man off at the marina and asked him to text him after he boarded his boat. Friend went back and found him struggling in the water.